Hello everybody, welcome, my name is Ursa Ryan, and you find us in part 2 of this series. Now part 1 was a very serious informational guide about how to get 100 science by turn 100. If you haven't watched it and you fancy it, go and have a look at that now. I presume you have watched it though, because you are here watching this, and what we're going to do today is pretty simple. Play the game and have fun. I originally had the idea to make a bit of a guide for 100 by 100, it just seemed like a really interesting thing to do, but it was all about being, well, totally predictable and repeatable. We'd set ourselves a load of weird rules in order to get that in a way that nobody could say, oh, that's random, that's luck-based. Nah, we're beyond that now. I actually never had any intention of finishing this game. I was going to leave it here. But then I realized I'm having too much fun and I love playing career. It's always so much fun. So just all shackles off. I'm going to continue playing this game. There's no rules. I'm going to start digging into wonders, city-states, might do a bit of warring, might not. I don't know yet. Let's just see how we go. First problem is I was avoiding era score because I didn't want to be using the golden or dark ages to get my science, but now I have 1 turn left and 2 era score to get and absolutely no idea how to get it unless I mysteriously bump into the AI by moving in this direction, which may happen. Alas, it has not. Somehow I've got to get to era score. Normally I'd buy myself a boat. That would be a good way of doing it, but alas, I have no lake or coastal access, so getting a ship in that way, not so easy. Rapa Nui, it could, in theory, be levied, and if I was at war with Brazil, I may get era score that way. City-state army levied near enemy. I never know how close it's got to be. That's the problem. It's within 6 tiles of the city centre, but it's not a guarantee. There's no way of getting our other unique Korean unit because that's over by gunpowder. There's no great person we can rush. It's far too expensive. Speaking of, I have pretty much no faith and no gold at the moment at all. Frustratingly, this Barb encampment is next turn. I'm claiming it. That is ridiculous. That's as much gold as we can get. There is no other gold available. You know what? Let's have a look. We might be able to just pull this off by pulling Rapa Nui into a war. This feels like a bad move, but this is the difference between going into a normal or heroic age. Come on, levy near the enemy. Okay, it did work. There was a way to do it. At what cost? That is the only problem. We've got to survive 10 turns of warfare now, and Japan probably doesn't like that either. But you know what? We get to go into heroic age, and that in itself is wonderful. Yeah, minus 23. Japan really did not like that. Oh, and my city's immediately going to get killed. Oh dear. Machinery! Well, at least we can celebrate this new heroic age by upgrading one of my archers into a crossbow. What should we do for our heroic age? Well, we don't have a religion, and I believe all of the profits are gone, so naturally, we'll take the other 3. Monumentality, Penbrush Invoice, and Free Inquiry. Excellent stuff. Japan is probably going to denounce me very soon, so I'm tempted to sell my stuff, but I think I prefer to sell my Diplo favor because I could use an upgrade or 2 of these units. I'm just going to pull some of my units across. I don't really care about the survival of the city-states particularly, but I do care about the survival of my own cities, so we'll just protect those for a little bit. Some of these farms are just delightful. I'm going to take urban planning off, switch it with natural philosophy, and get limes up because I believe defenses are going to be very important now. And I'll just spend a couple turns on my northern cities now that we've got 100 by 100, just picking up the walls. But otherwise, I think the priorities for me right now are industry. I'd like to basically monopolize great engineers if I can, so getting some industrial zones down would be lovely. So industrial zone formation, that's going to be something I focus on now. We're building aqueducts, that'll help me to military engineering pretty quick, but very fast I'm going to get astrology, sailing, fill up some of the easy techs. We'll go from there. I'm just trying to find whether this last person is on the map. Oh, I'm going to take a hit from that Quadarim, but I can kill the Barb encampment and give myself 3 era score. That'll be handy for a little bit, or in a little bit, I should say. The good thing about this heroic age is I'm getting a ton of culture. 1 for every district I've got, which is lovely. And, well, who are we going to vote for? I think I'm going to vote for Japan's religion, which I believe is Buddhism. And I want to act as culture bombs every time I finish one of my districts. Can we do that, please? Oh, we can. There we go. 2 diplomacy points. That's all great. Oh, there are 2 with these units. Oh, lovely. Well, I'll try and run away. See if we can. Maybe dead. Maybe dead. Or we may have sacrificed this city, unfortunately. I need defenses, and I need defenses fast. Yeah, the biggest priority right now is to increase the strength of my city, because 12 is just too weak. I can't upgrade a unit at the moment. That's the only thing. I could build something a little stronger, but it's just about how long I can wait. Even a crossbow upgrade. Being honest, that would be pretty cool. I'm going to start building a warrior in my capital because that will upgrade eventually into a man-at-arms. See how lucky we get. The spearman might attack my other unit. No, it hasn't at the moment. But this man-at-arms is now there. That's problematic. I'll move that swordsman in. I can move the heavy chariot actually into the city. 26 strength. That's a lot better. Time. Time is all we need. Feudalism is almost finished. Celestial navigation, shipbuilding. We'll just get those quickly. Go on. Hold out. Hold out. Oh no, they're double attacking the city. Don't do that. That's a terrible plan. They're going to kill my city. All right, Limes is too slow. Limes is too slow. Bastions, 6 city defense. That's going to have to be something I put in quickly. Natural philosophy. Even if we might lose the city. There's a very good chance we're going to lose the city here. We'll just have to take it. We'll have to take it on the chin if that's what happens. We traded a city for a heroic age. That's effectively what happened here. Get the archer to kill that unit. The swordsman comes in to block that man-at-arms, and then we battle cry. And the heavy chariot is better to be kept alive and healing in the city, which is now +6 strength. The man-at-arms is being built in the capital, but I had to trade the speed on that for... Yeah, this is compromised territory here. As soon as we can make peace, we really should. I can get stirrups in one turn, though. It would be rogue to try and upgrade to a knight. I don't think there's enough gold in the game for that, but we can give it a go. What we're hoping for here, by the way, is AI-based indecision. They may go, oh, killing that swordsman is a much better idea. They do that, that'll be wonderful. And I'm also hoping that maybe someone will come along and steal Armagh, but it's looking unlikely. Yep, nope, they just raised the city. They raised it to the floor. I still have 100 science per turn, but that is brutal. And that is my fault for being so ambitious with my plans. All right. Defend the next city. In 3 turns, we'll have much better defenses, so it won't happen again. That is hilarious, though. Oh, you see? You tuned in for something fun. You had the guide, you had the really fun bit at the beginning, and now you get to watch Ursa flail. Joy upon joys. Best bet is that Brazil doesn't even get any grievances from that. It was the city-state that did it, not Brazil. All right, walls are up and walls are appearing in lots of different cities now. As I said, I'm not worried that this will repeat itself. I think we're okay going forward. It was just that little... This is one of my newest cities as well. We chopped out a lot of stuff. And to be honest, think about it. In the long run, I could probably city plan a little bit better here now. Put a coastal city down there. We're going to turn this into a, yep, Ursa totally meant this move, which I mean, clearly I didn't. But we're going to pretend. Going to look a little bit like that. Yeah, because I do plan on settling out a little bit more. I'd kind of like to go to about 14 or 15 cities. To me, that seems to be about the perfect amount. Oh, that's a big amount of sugar. Yes, please, Japan. I would love your sugar. Ooh-wee. Let's see where Armagh's troops reappear now. Are they going to keep charging, or are they going to just be fairly content with the one city destroyed? We'll work that out. Gorgo. Greece is the last person, and that's everybody. We've met everyone. Not first, but we have now met everyone. I might be able to trade some sugar for some salt. I do feel rather salty about what has just transpired, so that's fair. Go for open borders at the same time. Would you like to join my war? No. All right, that's a pretty good introductory deal. Let's send a delegation as well. She likes me -14. Yeah, it was worth a try. She has 7 cities. Oh, I did have 7 cities. That's what I used to have. Chop out this wood. There you go. There's the man-at-arms. We now have much higher city strength. The city-states will not be able to attack me now. That's looking much better. Let's get the industrial zone down. Then we'll finish it up with an aqueduct on that tile. Looks like Greece has massively forward settled Japan. Quite amusing, that. Military engineering has been achieved. Did we get any niter? No, but there is at least one source that I can see near me. One there, one here. All right, there's lots of niter scattered around the map. That's good. Let's rush. Hwachers and muskets. Hwachers are Korea's unique unit, and they are brilliant. Feudalism farming triangle in my capital now. Excellent. We'll get to 10 population in my capital as soon as possible. Peacetime for Brazil. Yeah, sorry about that. Our relations can go back to normal now. Promise. I just needed to get a golden age. You know how it is. 10 population capital, worryingly not the first in the world, but that's fine. And Garzagamu has appeared. Beautiful. I put them in the game because I thought, well, I'm not going for a religion, so I won't have any faith. Should be fine. use them to buy troops at a discount. I mean, it's quite useful, but you don't need it. Nalanda, there you go. One of every different sign or type of city-state. I'm going to put my one envoy into Nalanda because then I get a little bit more science, 5 in particular, 4 from my libraries, 1 from my capital. Look at that, an Armagh man-at-arms. I haven't forgiven or forgotten Armagh. Don't worry about that. I very much remember what you did in the war. Oh, test from the previous episode. I finished a builder on the same turn that Liang established, and I did get the charge. There you go. It's the sort of science that you want to see on this channel, isn't it? I can tell. Another industrial zone going down. Industrial core in my heartland is slowly being established. Now that I've got gunpowder, I've got hwatches, I'm going to make my way to industrialization, the typical little turtle way of playing the game. It's proving good for me so far. And one of my scouts just died in the middle of Greece's land because they had such a huge Barb problem. That makes me feel a little bit better about a lot of what's going down this game. A lot better. 3 envoys in the land mean that I'm now getting an extra burst of science from my university in my capital. Brilliant. Starting to really make sure that all of the tiles around my Sewons are firing nicely. Bastions, well, you're off now. Load of good you were. Colonization time. I'm going to start producing some settlers again. You can see my capital's production is actually pretty decent. And I could build hanging gardens in 5 turns. That is very tempting. And if it's tempting, then I'm going to do it. Another library finished. Look at that. We're just so confidently high on science. It'd be even better if we had more cities. But alas, we do not. And that's fine. Machu Picchu's been built in Japan. Nice little empire they've got there. Too nice, some would say. Too nice. Here we are. Japan wants to be my friend. They've forgotten all about that war, I thought. It's all good. What a research alliance. Oh, they like that idea. Done. I have an ally. Yay! 2 more envoys. This time, I'm going to take over Brussels. 15% production towards wonders. Do you see what I was doing? Again, I said I wasn't going to build wonders in that guide, so that's why I put that city-state in. Hanging gardens in my capital. It was so quick. I could build it faster than a workshop, so I'm going to. 15% growth in all cities and a little bit of housing in the capital. It helps marvelously. Don't forget, my capital is all about population, housing, all of the fun stuff that comes along in this direction. I am spending a little bit of gold just to making sure we got some really good tiles because I gave some of the production tiles away to Utter Melon just so that it could get enough production in to build its own aqueduct and industrial zone. But it is finally doing that now. Finally, slowly. I like to do this every now and then just to keep my empire guessing. I have all kinds of things being finished, but I've got 4 cities now working settlers whilst I've got the colonization card in. I just want to go 6 to 10 cities. I'll maybe do that twice, go to 14, 15 cities. It just works. Always handy. Yeah, gold in my capital, buying all of these tiles. I just think it works, especially because this one's round my Sewon. Lovely. Oh, for 40 horses, which are basically just spare, Japan is going to give me a 4 culture. Great work of writing. That's amazing. I've only got 46 culture coming in per turn, so yeah, big difference. Love it. There's mass production, which means cartography, square rigging, industrialization. We're on our way. We are doing it. Scientifically, I'm right in the pack. 28 techs, 28 techs, 28 techs, and 27. Very competitive AI this game. We're all kind of equal. I'm loving it. It's really fun. I like these smaller maps. There's something very nice about them. Monarchy, we have it. I am a king. I am the first king. Gives me castles as well. We've got settlers, we've got serfdom. We'll put natural philosophy back in. We're now getting housing from walls. It's important we get the walls up quickly. I will put limes in to celebrate that fact. I think we'll go professional army. No, amenity for every unit in my cities. That's actually quite a handy one once I actually do bother to put my units in cities, that is. I mean, they can easily do that if I just sort of move them about. I don't really have many standing army at the moment, but it's a better card than nothing. I've got a great scientist. Yay! My first source of Nighturn. Rifling is boosted. Here we go. The first wave of settlers is now starting to appear, and we're going to go and settle both of these 2 cities just to make sure that we don't feel like we've lost out too much on what we were doing before. We're now just sort of crossing off infrastructure, so I'm going to get the workshop in my capital just so I start getting a lot of engineering points. Pingala is doubling those. And I think I'll buy the Industrial Zones workshop in maybe Absolute Pickle. To do that, I'm just selling things like Diplothay at nice discount prices to get as much gold up front as we can. What boosts are we going to get from Emily? Banking, steam power, lovely. Sanitation. Very good, very good. Galileo, yeah, but unfortunately there's a huge competition on great scientists this game, but we're getting some every now and then. That's the main thing. Oh, this tornado has literally just decided to wander over to my cities and just destroy everything. That's a lovely thing to see, isn't it? Ah, yes, just utter death. Oh, yep, tornado really, it's just gone from place to place in my empire, just destroying everything. Why? Stop it. You know what? I think I actually have a plan for this game, and I never thought I'd say this, but I think this may be the best thing that I will ever do in Civ if it works. Watch this. This is the southern coast. I will build a canal on this tile. I will settle a city on this desert hill, and then I will build a canal on this tile, and then a canal on this tile. And then I again will settle a lovely city in this desert, and I will build a canal on this tile, and then I will settle again on this lovely little hill, and I will build a canal on this tile. Oh, this could be perfect. This could be the best thing that I've ever done. Now hang on, I need more exploration up to the north, but okay, yes. I have a purpose in life. Can I make a canal that cuts entirely from north to south in the continent? Oh, I really want to now. Yes. Okay, this is what I need to do. This is everything. This is all I've ever wanted to do. So to do this, how many cities am I going to need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 4 settlers in production at the moment. I just need to keep kicking them out. So I'll get another settler running from my capital after it's done. This city really has nothing other that it could be doing for me right now. So I am just going to get it to build another settler. It's sort of like start building and forget stuff, you know? World Congress. Can we do city center? No, actually, can we do campus buildings? Yes, everyone's got campuses. It might go through. Sugar. It's going to be banning sugar, isn't it? Just tell already. I'll vote for it. It doesn't matter if it goes through. I just want the points. Oh, that's a bad flood. No honey. Oh, campus went through. Okay, so the libraries can be built really quickly now. Oh, that's a bad one, though. There's a lot of broken stuff. All right, you go fix the tornado damage and then come down and fix the flood damage after. Thank you. I now have 1 Hwacha, 4 points. And now my cities have a huge ranged attack as well, which really does help. I keep changing my mind on what I'm building, but at the moment, I'm just taking advantage of the fact that there's so many World Congress things going through that are really quite handy. Like this university in 5 turns, so I need to make sure that's in the queue. Oh, Ancestral Hall would give me 3 builders in the cities, wouldn't it? Okay, yep, keep changing my mind. Let's do that in 6 turns. I can hold off settling until that's finished, and then I can get a ton of 3 builders, and that will really speed up my cities. Yeah, okay. Oh, second flood. Okay, that's just breaking everything. Unfortunately, well, fortunately or unfortunately, everything was already broken and nothing appears to be permanently broken after that one. But yeah, game really wants me to put a dam there. Am I the first to discover the world is round? I am. 5 era score. 7 turns to find 6 more. Oh, hello, Scout. Do you want to get through? No. What you doing there? That's what I say to that. Who would a good governor be after Pingala? Liang's doing all right. I think Magnus. With provision and maybe going up to vertical integration, we could get pretty much a settler printer. I'm going to try and do it, yeah. I never regret it. I never regret going Magnus. Well, you always think you will, but you never do. I have 5 turns left. I'm hoping I can get industrialization before there by buying in a workshop in my second city. That will give me 1 point. I can buy a boat for 2 points. That's 3. I can settle in a desert for 4. Yeah, we still need more. Can I levy troops? Is it? You know what we should do? We should declare war on someone and levy the troops. He says, absolutely just no. Oh, maybe there's a barbarian encampment down here that we could destroy. There is. We can Hwacha it and just walk in. Second workshop. Come on. And boop. We're going to tech up in time. No, we're not going to tech up in time. That's unfortunate. Is it because I just ran out of salt in my capital? It is. Oh, I need more science. There we go. Look, I can actually science focus my capital and do it in 3 turns. I just need to remember to undo it, which of course I will, because I'm Ursa and I'll never forget to do it ever. The religious battle that's going on in Moist Lettuce is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, that's a storm around my settlers. I don't like that. To ride that one out for 1 more turn, but that's not good. Oh, that's not good. No. Oh, it pillaged my government plaza. Ah, that ruins all of my plans for era score. Honestly, that ruins them because now I can't settle because I'm waiting for that to finish. Ah, that is so annoying. I thought I had a plan because I was just about to get some era score from finishing this Barb camp. That would give me 3, I think. Don't think I can do this now because there's nothing I can cut down in order to rush the fixing of that. That is so annoying. That is honestly so annoying. I had that. I'm pretty sure I had that. Plus, it's actually, yeah, it's broken my Sir one, so I'm not gonna tech up fast enough to get it. All right, I think the golden age is off. I've undone the science focus. Don't worry. Fun thing about having the campus buildings at 100% on the World Congress is if you cut down woods, you just get huge chunks towards buildings. All right. Oh, it's just removed every improvement I've just fixed. Every single. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I love Civ so much, but sometimes I think this relationship is it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Oh, yeah, and look at that. They've just deployed a Barb the turn I was going to walk into the camp as well, so that's bad era score gone. Should we just accept? Should we just accept that it's unlikely that we're going to get this? I think we may have to. Yeah, I'm just going to get the era score next turn. Thing is, Golden Age, it's not actually going to give me much. Like, I wouldn't genuinely get much benefit from the Golden Age. It's just a loyalty stability thing, and I have a lot of loyalty because my population's pretty good. So I'd rather just cash in on the era score next stage, I think. There we go. +1 already. Printing is boosted. We have industrialization. Please tell me I've got tons of coal. As you can see, doesn't look like I've got any coal. Oh, there is some just where I was going to settle, though. Oh, there we go. Okay, so at least we get a little bit, but honestly, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I don't know anymore. Okay, the most important thing is that the government plaza now has its tier 1 building. So Magnus, just dump provision in there, thank you. Now we can make sure that my government is in place. Serfdom is there and ready to go. It's all looking pretty tasty. So we're going to go 1 city, 2 cities, 3 cities. Ha ha ha. Now we're on 9. Gorgo's on 9. Hojo's on 6. Pedro's on 7. So we've now pulled to equal first on the number of cities, but we've got to go further than that. Our universities are just 2 of them have just finished in the same turn. That is lovely. Next thing we want to do, by the way, enlightenment. I didn't really talk about this in the first video because it wasn't in the first 100 turns, but rationalism. This is a good card. Very good card for career because I always have +4 in my science districts because I'm pretty good at making sure I don't overcrowd them. What dedication am I going to go for today? They're all rubbish for me, to be honest. I'll go monumentality because I might actually finish some districts. I've got bits and pieces going down, but yeah, they're not super exciting for me. Printing time. We've got 1 settler that's going to be produced in moist lettuce, and then Krusty Carrot is doing one, and we'll build the factory after that. We need some more names. I need some more kitchen-related British things that you can use to put down your enemies. You perky mushroom. You sneaky spinach. You terrifying air fryer. Yes, whipping out the true insults now. You heard me. Insult to injury is now I'm in the Renaissance era. I didn't even get any era score from killing the barbarian encampment. The game really just wanted to twist the knife there, didn't it? Oh, yes. More cities. You knightly prawn. James St. George. Well, we got at least one engineer. I would have preferred someone else. Oh, Mimmer. We've just very bad luck with the quality of engineers that are popping up today. But I guess we have the option now of sprouting walls up from nowhere if we need them. Tell you what, one thing I will unlock, railroads, because I do need to think about getting an encampment down at some point so I can spam out military engineers in order to build all the canals I want to do this crazy plan of mine. Well, hey, +4 industrial zone. That's a really good addition to the center of my nation. Get the university built, get the dam built. We're almost there, almost ready to start spamming settlers. Tell you what James St. George can do. You can actually find cities with no housing. With monarchy, putting walls up actually puts housing into that city. So there are uses. There's got to be a few cities I've got with no housing. Yeah, like Utter Lemon. Melon, I should say, not Lemon. Oh, I apologize for getting the names of my own cities here. Ah, the flood. I was literally just about to start building that. Ah, this is like, look, it's there. It's there in the queue. It's my own fault. I know. Doesn't make it any less annoying. Oh, it's broken my aqueduct as well. Steam power, done. Excellent. Let's rush. Military science. I don't know why I even bothered fixing it. It's literally the next turn. Why is it that it always happens in twos? Okay, at least it didn't remove the tile. And it did add an extra food to it. So it's not the end of the world, but still. Stop it. I need to get this dam finished as fast as I can. So another workshop goes in. Oh, look at that. Shaved a whole turn. Oh yeah, perfect. I've got the factory now in my capital. We're working on the coal power plant. That'll make a huge difference to the local production. This settler is over to this city. I have one settler going down here. Oh, nope, down there, I should say, to get this coal. But also there's a nice Seondeok mix down there that I want to do. And I've got this settler on its way to here. So far, so good. Although thinking about it, my capital does now want to start thinking about getting that encampment down. I'm going to pop it down on this useless tundra tile. Stops the barbs coming in, which is nice, but I can then print useful units. Maybe. Useful is a strong word. Another settler. Another city. You, frozen chocolate. Yeah, that's right. Get in the freezer to fix that burn. Refining boosted. Because my capital now has a coal power plant. Yes, very good. Before I get this encampment, I'm just going to get one more builder because there's an annoying tile that could be a mine. It will be mine, let me tell you that. And I'm actually going to reduce this tile by 1 production by removing the wood because it gives me 102 production, which basically maybe 3/4 completes that district, which means that I'm going to start getting science, which is useful for my empire. It's all good. Okay, my knight is just going to appear. This was a meteor knight that landed just by my land, which was quite fun. Going to go and see what the old lake situation is to my north. There's an important God-sent project. Gee, speaking of God-sworn projects, I should probably start locking in these canals. Yes, I don't need to even start building them, but if they're locked in, the game can't try and steal them from me. And I know that it would. Power! The power is on. Okay, this is kind of what I was worried about. Because of the placement of this niter and the way the hills are around here, I don't think I can actually canal between everything. I don't think I can canal between everything. Not without destroying this city. Problem is, I can't put... Yeah, I need to put a city center down. Either on this tile, or on this tile, or this one. And they are all too close to this city center, which is essential. What I could do is instead settle on this banana, which you can see is too close to this Brazilian city. But then I can canal over to that lake, and then there are options from there. Specifically, I could settle on this tile and then there. But that's problematic. That's very problematic because, yeah, I'm going to have to destroy this city. And I genuinely mean destroy. I mean, put it to the sword. Raise it completely in order to then get that settlement. There are Panama Canal routes, but I don't want to plan to use Panama because it's really difficult to build and the AI normally builds it before I can. This is such an unstable formation. It really is. All of these hills around here, they're giving me the creeps. I don't know if we're going to be able to do much more. I don't know if it's possible to cut all the way through here. I will keep exploring. I will tell you what I find. There is a way, ladies and gentlemen. I will find it. Yeah, the way the hills and the strategics have laid around here is really unfortunate. But this is the coast. There is a way to do it. I do see a way, but it's really, really, really hard. Or do I? No, that's a hill. I thought that might just be a regular tile. I was going to put a Panama Canal in to make this work. Let me think about this. There may be a way. There may be a way that I'm not seeing right now. I mean, I think I'm hoping beyond hope that there is a way. There's probably not. But fingers crossed, we'll find something. My cities are really unhappy. I've got to put Republican Legacy back in. I would love to put the invention card in. That would be fun, but I need a better government to do that. So right now, this will have to do. Oh, 195 science though, and that's with 1, 2, 3 special districts and a bunch of libraries all being finished within 5 turns. Keep an eye on that number. It's going to get big. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have the unfortunate displeasure to tell you that this is a new recording day. I've come away after spending pretty much an hour last night going through Discord with the incredible people on Discord to try and work out if there's any way to create one canal system that goes all the way through here. And I unfortunately have to say there is not. There is no physical way to do it, and it's mainly because of the presence of all of these ungodly amount of hills that are in this area. It's just so much more hilly than down south. Look, there are ways through the non-hilly areas, but no, it's just not possible. You're in this sort of weird situation where either you connect this lake up, but you can't connect this one, or you connect this one up and you can't connect this one up. There are ways to make the city push back to raise this one and get the canal working in like a little triangle, putting Panama up there, but we tested it and you can't put Panama in a straight line and then also have another canal at a adjacent angle doesn't work, unfortunately. Putting a city there, and then canaling, and then Panamaing in this area, but then you can't put the cities close enough. It is frustrating how close it is. I think there is one tile we'd need to move and the whole thing would be possible. As it stands, it is not possible. So what we're going to have to do is just put all this to bed, and it's, frustrating. What I'll do instead is I'll just hook up a few. I'll hook up some cities just for some fun, but we'll focus mainly on this southern canal. Oh, it's so close. This one's gonna stick with me for some time, let me tell you. Really will. At least I can say I have a sprawling empire. If nothing else, that's what we can do. Now that I've got military science, I'm gonna head towards chemistry for research labs. Very career reasons, this one. Got so many of the districts, I might as well. But we need to think about the boosts. Enlightenment Civic, I am going to pick that up very soon. Crossbows, I could easily upgrade. Build 2 banks, own 3 line inventory. Both of those are actually pretty decent projects, but I could be working on. I could go banks and pick up commercial hubs, especially after the point you pass diplomatic service, because then Wisselbanken becomes a thing. Trade routes are so much better after that point, so I think I will start to do this. And yes, I know there's +3, but never put things next to your districts. Refuse. Refuse, I say. So many new cities. Yeah, I need to give these some names. What am I doing? You corrupt fudge. You squalid egg. I'm sorry I had to say these things. I'm so sorry. I'm going to vote to ban honey yet again. That seemed to work last time, and I'm going to say that melee troops need to be more powerful. It's a shame that we can't build all of the science buildings as fast anymore, but never mind. No salt. Deary me. Given what I said before about putting commercial hubs down, I'm actually going to treat my capital to one. Again, pointless tundra tiles. Let's get them working. Let's get the trade routes up and running. You know, one of the most frustrating things? I can't get 2 crossbows because, of course, Hwatches have replaced the crossbow. Do I wish it was its own unique tree? I don't know, but I wish Hwatches cost, or at least counted towards metal casting. It would be so much easier. With every science district, though, I become more and more powerful. I think that's all of them built, so I now have 13 of them, which means once this card updates, it'll be 52 extra science from 1 card. Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. Another source of coal in. Oh no, I do apologize. There's one that's still to be built. Okay, it's gonna get better. It's actually gonna get better than it currently is. Panic not, people. Oh yeah, my capital. The Krusty Carrot. It's the biggest you've ever seen. I don't want this engineer, but I need to claim the engineer because it's my 3rd great person, which gives me enlightenment, and then that boosts scientific theory. We're very much limited by that one, but that is okay. This is where rationalism comes in. 50% extra science on any scientific building in a city as long as the campus is +4 or higher, or if my capital is 15 or higher population, that works too. Suddenly, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna just pop rationalism in just for a little bit. That sounds good. Struggling to keep my cities happy, but I actually have got a couple of projects on the way. Forbidden City and Patala Palace. I'm going to try and build them. We'll see if we can get away with it. I don't know if we will. Scientific theory. May I just say, I have never been more proud of the AI. Look, Gorgo has finished university, and that means I don't have to build it. Oh, thank goodness. Don't want to hear it. Not in my lands. Not in my lands. I have to say, the casual science accumulation of his empire is just amazing. Up to now 280. Turn 158. That's not bad, is it? Career, everyone. Are they the best civ in the game? No, probably not. But are they consistent? Just eternally and amazingly consistent. Yes, they are. Gifu. This is a city that I've actually stolen just via loyalty, and it's right on the Fountain of Youth. Go on then. Another 4 science per turn. That to me sounds like it could be a lot of fun. So I shall just take it. But I need to rename it first. You floppy pudding. Actually, I'm quite proud of that one. It sounds filthy, even though it really isn't. And that is the sign of a good insult. Something that just sort of makes you go, huh? Let's start picking up some beautiful trade routes for city-states that are going to appreciate us. I mean, Armagh is going to be tricky to take over with 9 envoys there. So I'm going to immediately break my rule and go for this 5-4 route. Look at that. I'm building a bank. Is it even worth it? Am I going to get 2 banks realistically? We haven't even got the market and I haven't got the gold. No, it's not worth it. But I could get the Great Merchant very soon, which would give me the boost in mercantilism that lets me through. So there are things we can do, but my capital's probably better building something else. Did I build Apadana, seeing as it's still here? I mean, it would get rid of my beautiful Pantheon tile, but I actually do have better tiles around in this later stage of the game, so it's worth it. Apadana's a really good one. Actually, some Basils would be really cool in this city as well, seeing as I'm working so much of this tundra to the south. We'll see what we can do. I like this stage of the middle to late game when everything just starts switching online and you realize you have more options than you initially thought. And then when you put a farm down, it goes immediately to a 7 food tile. These are the sort of later game things that you love. Well, I should have expected the spies. That really should have been expected. Oh, that's devastating. 3 buildings broken in one go. Please, no. One might think, Ursa, do you want to build a spy to keep your city protected? And to that I would say, no, of course I won't. What I would say though is, as fun as Darwin is, I would prefer either of the other two. So I'm actually going to pass on Darwin. Yeah, 500 science in one big boost is useful, but natural wonder wise, there's only this 1 tile wonder, and that's the only one on the map that I can see. If there was like a 4 tile one, I'd be more tempted to go for it, but alas, there is not. Mendeleev was taken. That's annoying, but James Young at least shows me where the oil is, and I guess that is quite handy in the longer run. 299 science per turn, by the way. Oh yeah. Apadana, it's so good. 2 envoys when you build a wonder, including Apadana in this city. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been saving up envoys and I am now almost ready to take my perfect and rightful claim as city-state master on this map, but the Apadana definitely helps with that. St. Basil's has to go on this spot just to my north. It's too good. But there is also a perfect Kilwa spot right there, and other wonders to boot that can go down. Angkor Wat's got a couple of places. Ruhr Valley can even go down on my capital as well. We are not going to pick up all of them. It is impossible, but we can certainly pick up some of them. Where is the oil? Go on. 2 sources for me. Desert in my capital, brilliant, and offshore. At least we've got some. Actually, there's some over there as well. Let's trade out Merchant Confederation very briefly for Diplomatic League, seeing as I have now 7 envoys. Armagh, I'm going to not put any envoys in. I have special place in Armagh. You think I've forgotten what they did to me earlier in the game? No. Ursa doesn't forget. Ursa holds a grudge forever. But I will put a 6th envoy into Brussels, and I will take over in Garzagamu. Very useful in a little bit, especially because the military academy is right there in my capital. Oh yeah, we could do that. Another city deep to the north just to annoy Brazil, but it's another source of silk. I really like that. You rigid soup. Yes, I said it. I meant it. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Waller Bear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy's Ursa. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!